Here is your starting grid for Heat 2 for Micromax and their last qualifying heat of the 2024 championship season. Conor Haufer starts from pole position. Alongside him will be Dimitar Lazarov on the front row, numbers 78 and 69. Ben Nessler, the Heat 1 winner from earlier on today in the number 11, starts on the inside of row number 2 and will be joined by the number 23 of Maximilian Kiel. Row 3 is Max Moore and Jonathan Otterson on that row, numbers 18 and 39. And rounding out the 9-strong grid will be Ben Falke in the number 15, Elia de Krida in the number 42, and Matteo Gentner in the number 17. 7 minutes plus an additional lap to go. So Ben Nessler leads the way. If he does the double, he puts it on pole for the Super Heat tomorrow, as the drivers now head on to their official formation lap. And once all the drivers have come across the start-finish line, then the red lights will be soon ignited on the starting gantry. Which they are now. So Ben Nessler won the opening heat earlier on today, and more to the point, it's going to be a case of who is going to get the best of everybody else. Will Nessler have a bit more luck like he did in the earlier heat when he finished ahead of the rest of the competition? Into the tram lines we go, revs rise, lights are on, lights are out, we're underway, and it's the rundown to turn number 1 on the opening tour. Oh, bit of a lock-up on the outside of the opening corner. And one has already spun around, bringing out yellow flags at the opening corner. The field makes its way down into turn number 2. And a change at the front of the field. Ben Nessler has hit the front. Now, the big question was, who was the driver that outbroke themselves? I'm going to have a look and see. It was, Dimitar Lazarov, I think, just outbroke himself. I saw a lock-up of wheels, Mojo D2 tyre smoke in the air, and Dimitar Lazarov is way back where and has a lot of catching up to do. Still in the meantime, it is Nessler versus Haufer at the front end of the field. Max Moore in third, Maximilian Kiel in 4th place. 5th, Jonathan Otterson rounds out the top 5 ahead of Ben Falke. Elia de Krida, Dimitar Lazarov and Matteo Gentner will be crossing the line. And funnily enough, it's Gentner that is a little bit further behind, about 4.2 seconds behind Dimitar Lazarov, who has now got to start putting in qualifying lap times round about now. But it is going to be a case at the front end of the field. Who's going to want it more than anybody? Well, Ben Nessler, if he wants to still be in this championship fight tomorrow, he's got to push it right to the limit of adhesion to take the race victory. And he's got a little bit of a gap between himself and Conor Haufer. That's about 3 to 4 kart lengths, as we have at the moment 5¼ minutes to go, plus an additional lap.
Nur noch wenig Zeit, bis dieses Rennen dann ebenso mit Schwarz-Weiß-Gerät bedeckt wird, mit 5 Minuten auf der Uhr. Vorne an der Spitze hat sich Ben Nessler festsetzen können, so wie auch schon in Rennen Nummer 1. Wir sehen Conor Haufer, der in der 2. Position versucht, so ein bisschen Schadensbegrenzung zu betreiben, nachdem er im ersten Vorlauf, ich glaube, sogar nur 5. geworden ist am Ende. Dahinter Max Moore und Maximilian Kiel direkt hintereinander unterwegs. Max Moore will auch gerne nochmal einen Schritt nach vorne kommen. Wir sehen Jonathan Otterson und Ben Falke auf 5 und 6 unterwegs. Dahinter noch Elia de Krida, Dimitar Lazarov und Matteo Gentner.
Yeah, Conor Haufer was 4th in the previous heat earlier on. Just got the race results up. It was Ben Nessler, Maximilian Kiel, Dimitar Lazarov, Conor Haufer, and Max Moore. Now, Max Moore did get a 5-second time penalty post-race, and that was for forcing another driver off track. So at that time, he would have been third at that point. So Conor Haufer was fifth on the road, fourth in the amended results.
That was the situation with Conor Haufer.
Yeah.
That's why he get the 5-second time penalty.
For pushing.
Yeah.
That's another way of forcing out another competitor. It's also, you can abbreviate that in English quite nicely just by saying pushing.
And now take a look who is right behind the second driver, right behind Conor Haufer in the third position.
Max Moore.
Round number 2.
Ding, ding. Seconds out. Hopefully lightning does not strike twice. I mean, the thing now is just about getting your cart to the end. This has been a very, very long day. Morning warm-up started around about 9 o'clock this morning. So a lot of people have been at the track early. I've been here since about 7:45 this morning. Because it just goes to show that everyone is here at a certain point during the day, and it's a very lengthy day. We're all going to be glad when we can get a respite, have a bite to eat, have a drink, and just get ready for tomorrow, because all I'm going to say is this: tomorrow is going to be completely off the chain. It's been an absolutely enthralling championship championship year to commentate on, and I got my first taste of RMC Germany back in 2020 when we had Corona that year. We had an abbreviated calendar. The season finale took place at Wittenborn that year, and that was also very, very dramatic and a very, very different circuit. But the first circuit we came to was Mülsen, and granted, we were the first big championship that we were at in terms of the in terms of the championship that we were at. Mülsen had only been opened the year before in 2019, so it was a fairly new circuit. But this has seen DKM, it's seen other championships as well, international and domestic. So it really is a circuit that has really opened up Eastern Germany to a lot of people now in terms of motorsport. Because yes, half an hour from our location, currently with the DTM, ADAC Prototype Cup Germany Next Gen Cup, and the ADAC 6th Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland, which Janne Stiak is running in this weekend. So viel Glück für dieses Wochenende, Janne. Former German champion as well, and entered Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland very early at the age of 16, one of the youngest entrants in its history.
Yeah, and his brother is here.
Yes, mechanicking away. So it's really good to see that the Stiak brothers, his elder brother Finn, both race competitively. But yeah, we're coming down to the final minute, and well, Ben Nessler has got Conor Haufer, the current championship leader, right with him on the run. 3 laps to go. Is Haufer going to look for the move? No, he thought about it and had to back out of it. He went, you know what, I'm going to make sure I do it on my terms. And now he's in the coattails, in the wheel tracks, heading into turn number 2. Haufer is now waiting. Will Ben Nessler make a mistake? Well, judging by what he did in the opening race, he ran away with it and won by 3.7 seconds. This time, it's not going to be so easy.
Jetzt bin ich gespannt, ob noch der Angriff kommt von Conor Haufer Richtung Ben Nessler. Er muss es eigentlich nicht riskieren. Er hat eigentlich komplett freie Wahl. Ben Nessler würde so oder so den Sieg nach Hause bringen. Und Platz 2 wäre dann eben für den Tabellenführer, für Conor Haufer. Solange nicht Maximilian Kiel jetzt irgendwie noch vorbeikommt an Max Moore, nur so würde er dann diese zweite Position verlieren. Er kommt, der Angriff, Fragezeichen? Nein, auch hier hält er sich zurück. 2 Runden noch auf der Uhr. Sie sind 1,7 Sekunden vor Ablauf der Zeit über den Zielstrich gekommen. Das heißt, wir gehen noch in 2 Runden hinein. Versucht es Max Moore nochmal heranzukommen. Das ist aber auch schon zu weit weg. 1 Sekunde nämlich. Nach hinten hat Max Moore im Moment 2,4, 2,6 Sekunden Vorsprung auf Maximilian Kiel. Moore, der selber weiß, eigentlich hat er mit der ganzen Geschichte auch nichts mehr zu tun in der Meisterschaft. Ich bin sehr gespannt, wie hier das endgültige Resultat ist. Ich kann mir beim besten Willen nicht vorstellen, dass sie so ins Ziel kommen, wie sie jetzt gerade unterwegs sind.
Yeah. Now we head on to the final lap of this race. Nestler leading Hofer. It's down to the wire. 1.3 kilometers remain. One tour to go. 0.1 of a second separates the top two. Oh, there was a look. There was a look. Hofer attempted to get through, and Nestler kept the momentum carried through round the outside. That was brilliantly done by the number 11. Into turn two for the final time. And now Nestler's got a bit of daylight at the end of the tunnel as the sun is fast setting here in Mülsen, as we're fast approaching 6 p.m. local time. Nestler's got that gap to, I think, probably the best part of a quarter of a second into the final chicane. Now 2 corners to go. Ben Nestler is going to take a maximum score for the first time this season. Hat das schon verdient heutzutage hier am Samstag. Der Ben Nestler.
Die sind in die Box abgebogen. Das Rennen ist noch gar nicht vorbei.
I cannot believe that.
Sie sind in der letzten Runde. Die fahren alle in die Box. Was ist denn hier los?
I have got absolutely no idea. That is... I thought I'd seen everything.
Und gewonnen hat am Ende die 42, Elia Dekride.
Oh my God.
War der Einzige, der noch über den Zielstrich gekommen ist. Also das ist jetzt wirklich ein Novum der RMC Germany-Geschichte im Jahr 2024. Auch der Rennleiter hat ein verschmitztes Lächeln im Gesicht, auch wenn er sich fragend den Kopf kratzt, weil er überhaupt nicht weiß, was hier gerade abgeht. Aber der Sieg geht an Elia Dekride. Gratulation.
Well, that's still going to put Ben Nestler at the ranking after heats lead, but there are your provisional results. Yeah, when Martin Liner scratches his head and has a cheeky smirk on his face, I think everyone's going to be wondering, why did we pit? But there's your provisional results. We'll leave it at that. Next up, penultimate qualifying heat of the season, Mini Max Heat 2.